Ever heard the term work-life balance? I know you have. It's probably one of the most worn out words inside of our culture. And maybe for good reason. Most of us really, really long to have that. But I'm going to burst your bubble for a moment. And that is that ultimately work-life balance is a myth. Yeah, it's right. I think a lot of times people have this idea that, there'll be these perfect plates, are spinning all in unison. And one day we'll get to this place where everything is just right. I don't think that world exists. Sometimes, we get these terms and they last a long time, even into a place of where we begin to attach solutions to them that really don't exist. I prefer to look at things from the perspective of work-life integration, and maybe even more importantly, think of it in the terms of making life your core. And I'll by extension, because remember I said I was going to burst your bubble for a moment, because I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how is it that we move to this place of where we allow life to be our core and then the other stuff comes, right? See, I think ultimately that's the secret to getting to this place that, again, maybe we've attached the term work-life balance. And think of core from this perspective. If you're involved in exercise, you know anything about it, you can even Google this if you like. There's the core. It'll talk about it's important to strengthen your core muscles because it's really kind of the central part of strength for your entire body. That's what life is. Somewhere along the way, we got that wrong. At least here in America, we began to make work and career and money much more important than life. We kind of started thinking that life was going to kind of support our career, when in reality, it's the other way around. See, work and career, money, those kind of things, they're designed to help you have a better life. And that's a very difficult way to live. David Brooks, the New York Times columnist, gave a speech at TED. I don't know how long ago it was exactly, but he basically talked about this thing called the two atoms. And that there's this war going on inside of us between what we want to be, what we long to be, versus this sort of pursuit to conquer, pursuit to ambition, things of that nature. And in my mind, that's a core problem, no pun intended, with what I said earlier, that it's not about making those things the most important thing. It's about making your life the most important thing. And yes, you're going to have some people that are not going to buy it. You're going to have some people that are going to think you're crazy. But at the end of the day, what I found in my own life is that when I started making my life the core, the central, all the other stuff started coming together. And quite frankly, this is the way God intended it from the very beginning. But once again, we kind of got off that track a bit. And maybe the most important question you'll have to ask yourself, have I made things like money, career, way too important? I think when you start to do this shift, and it won't happen overnight, you'll begin to see there's a reason why life was intended to be the core.